Good evening and welcome to Tetrakey TV. My name is Mark Hopkins and I'm very excited to be here with you today for number 156 of Performance Acceleration Conversations that Rob and I are doing in 2017. Just a quick one before we go on to the topic for tonight. This week in South Africa is National Book Week, and Tetrakey is supporting that by giving away our second book to the first 50 people who send us an email either at info@tetrakey.com, or you can send it directly to me at mark@tetrakey.com. So the first 50 people who send us an email, we will give you a free copy of our second book, and it's a nice insight to our third book that I am as soon as I finish this, I will be doing the final touches to, so I'm very excited by that. So yeah, tonight's topic is your business is failing. Last night I talked about I failed, so I thought I wanted to talk around your business is failing. It's quite a profound statement, and I'm wondering what kind of reaction that gives to you. And I think we can all tell when certain things are going wrong. And I think a lot of it is caused by we actually forget the reason we started to do something in the first place. And let's talk about business. Let's talk about a habit we're trying to create. Let's talk about something like New Year's resolutions. So we all do, a lot of us do New Year's resolutions. We wake up in the morning feeling a little bit worse for wear. And that feeling of worse for wear drives us to a New Year's resolution of whatever it is. Not going to eat chocolate, not going to drink alcohol for a month. Whatever your New Year's resolution, it's normally triggered by something. Either something you feel, something you've read, something that somebody said. But there's a reason for you to start that. And it's the same thing when you start a business. When you start a business, there's always a reason to why you started that business. There's a real strong why. It could be because it's a problem that you're facing that you're wanting to solve. It could be because you have a passion for this and you want to share that passion with others. There could be something that's a dream that you've been having all your life and now's the time that you're going to do it. There's always a reason why you start to do something. And if you're successful, then your business will grow and you'll become more sustainable. You'll build a client base. You'll hopefully build profitability. Your cash flow will increase. You might start employing different people. Your assets will grow, but also your liabilities will grow. But your business starts to develop. And then you're in a position where you have to be really careful. You have to be careful because the moment you forget why you started off in the first place, the moment you forget about the principles and philosophies that you built your business in, the moment that you forget what was the checklist that you had in your head as to whether you would take a client or not, whether you would purchase something or not, the moment you lose that checklist and you become haphazard or you become cold, businesses can become cold, then you are on a really slippery slope. You're on a slippery slope because your reason for being in the business won't be as strong. You might be driven by other motivators or factors that aren't always as aligned to your values. They may be what your shareholders, your investors, or your peers are pushing you towards. How much money did you make? How many customers do you have? When actually you might have started the business not even thinking about the number of customers or the amount of money you made, but thinking about what your product or your proposition will bring to those customers, whoever they are, be it one customer or 10 customers or 1,000 or 1,000,000 customers. The numbers are relevant. But what is the reason why your business came into existence? Why do you do what you do? And like I said, I've been working with clients recently they're starting to get on that slippery slope. And we are revisiting the why. We are going back to the moment that they thought of what it was they're going to do, the moment where they launched a business, going back to those first 6, 12, 24 months when they're working 12, 18 hours, whatever the number is, but they are working so hard in the business for little return. But because the why they were doing it was so strong that it was irrelevant. They were so confident in the outcome that they kept plowing through. And then what they find over time as success comes, they forget about the why. They forget about what drew them to that business in the first place. They forget about what makes their business special to them, the people who work for the business and the customers. As soon as you find that you're on a slippery slope, and I strongly advise you to pause and go back and revisit and remember why your business came into existence in the first place. Bring that back to life. There are so many examples of big companies who have really struggled once they lose their why. Probably the best example is something like Walmart, which has fundamentally lost the why of what Sam Walton did when he started off the business. So if you find yourself, just pause and reflect, have that why, put that why up in your line of sight so you can see it on a regular basis. Use that to test some of your decisions. If your decisions do not meet your why statement, then I would really strongly advise you to rethink that decision and be clear. Does your why need to change, or does that decision need to be changed? If you don't do that, your business will fail. So on that cheery note, I hope you implement the things I have talked about, which will make sure that your business doesn't fail. And I wish you a phenomenal day, and I look forward to speaking to you tomorrow. So, bye-bye.